His Royal Highness the Crown Prince, Deputy Supreme Commander and First Deputy Premier Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa met yesterday at the Imperial Palace in Tokyo with Japan's Emperor, His Imperial Majesty Akihito. His Royal Highness praised the Emperor's leadership that contributes in sustaining Japanese development, saying that Japanese methods in dealing with challenges stems from their civil strength. He also said that Bahrain values its strong relations with Japan, affirming keen interest to strengthen them further in all fields. He added that Bahrain and the GCC states consider Japan a partner. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince conveyed the greetings of His Majesty the King to the Emperor, recalling the good outcomes of His Majesty's visit last year to Japan, which contributed to boosting joint cooperation. His Royal Highness noted that the timing of his current visit is to effectively build on His Majesty the King's visit, expressing thanks and appreciation to Japan's support to Bahrain's reforms and development. For his part, Emperor Akihito welcomed His Royal Highness's visit, recalling His Majesty the King's visit that contributed in strengthening Bahraini-Japanese relations. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince also met Japan's Crown Prince Naruhito and extended to him His Majesty the King's greetings. The meeting discussed the positive aspects of the relations linking the two friendly countries and also reviewed His Royal Highness's visit to Japan that included Kyoto City and the capital Tokyo. For his part, Prince Naruhito expressed his appreciation of His Royal Highness's visit to Japan and the interest His Royal Highness expressed to the role of Japanese culture and history in the economic development. In a visit to Her Royal Highness Princess Takamado, His Royal Highness Prince Salman praised Her Royal Highness's vital efforts in the cultural fields. His Royal Highness also thanked Her Royal Highness on following Bahraini events held in Japan. His Royal Highness Prince Salman also met with Japan's Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. During the meeting, His Royal Highness said that Bahrain insists on building its future on a balanced basis between stability and efforts of development. His Royal Highness added that His Majesty the King's initiative for the national dialogue is considered an important step to achieve the best interest of Bahrain and its people. His Royal Highness expressed appreciation for Japan's support to Bahrain, asserting the deep-rooted relations between the two countries that the kingdom is keen on boosting through cooperation and partnership. For his part, the Japanese Prime Minister said that His Royal Highness's visit to Japan further enhances bilateral relations. The Japanese Prime Minister also hoped for further cooperation between the two countries in all fields of oil, gas and satellites. Mr. Abe wished Bahrain further progress and prosperity in addition to the positive results of the national dialogue, which he said will serve the continuity of the kingdom's development. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince also met with the Japanese Economic, Trade and Industry Minister Toshimisto Motegi. They discussed joint economic and trade cooperation between the two countries. He affirmed the kingdom's interest to develop aspects of cooperation with Japan, pointing to the famous Japanese companies' work in Bahrain in many fields, including industry, technology and logistics. His Royal Highness also met with the Japanese Foreign Minister Fumio Kishida, during which he praised the coordination and cooperation relations witnessed by the two countries, hailing the diplomatic activities in consolidating friendly relations. He also affirmed Bahrain's keen interest to bolster Bahraini-Japanese economic and political relations. His Royal Highness praised Japan's comprehensive development in all fields, affirming that efforts to progress should be combined with responsibility and aspiration for achievements. For his part, the Japanese Foreign Minister expressed his pleasure in His Royal Highness's visit, wishing further progress for the mutual relations between Japan and GCC states and praising the strategic regional location of Bahrain. And His Royal Highness the Crown Prince attending a business luncheon hosted by the Economic Development Board in Tokyo. The event was attended by the delegation accompanying His Royal Highness the Crown Prince, which included representatives from the EDB, Bahrain Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Bahrain Mumtalakat Holding Company, and representatives of Bahrain's private sector, as well as Japanese businessmen. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince said that such meetings, which bring together Bahraini and Japanese business figures in one place, provide an opportunity to represent companies and investments achievements, in addition to ways of advanced cooperation. Bahrain's delegation traveled to Kyoto and Tokyo with the aim of strengthening bilateral relations between business communities and to highlight investment opportunities in Bahrain. Bahrain and Japan have a close diplomatic relationship and strong economic and trade connections dating back to the 1930s. Japan is one of Bahrain's major trading partners, and Bahrain is also home to a number of Japanese firms, including Nomura Securities, Toyota Training Center, Yokogawa, Daiwa Securities, Yamato Kyogo, and SBI Pharmaceuticals. Meanwhile, a number of memorandum of understandings were designed between Bahrain and Japan to promote economic cooperation and joint investment. 13 agreements were signed between ministries, organizations, and private sector companies in the fields of healthcare and pharmaceuticals, education and training, oil and gas, and financial services. The key agreements were signed by the Education Ministry, Works Ministry, National Oil and Gas Authority, the EDB, Mumtalakat, Diwani Group Holding, Bahrain Development Bank, Royal College of Surgeons in Ireland, and Arabian Gulf University. Mumtalakat, the investment arm of Bahrain, also signed an agreement with SBI Pharmaceuticals, which is expected to lead to the setting up of a pharmaceutical production facility in the kingdom.